Welcome back. This is JMathTips. Today we are going to learn how to compute any limit in calculus. To compute any limit in calculus, you are going to follow two golden rules. And I'm going to write down the golden rules. 1. If you can plug in the number and you get an answer, just go for it. That means that is the answer. You stop there. But if it does not work out, try something else. I'm going to give us examples to illustrate or explain what we mean by these two rules. Let's go. We have example 1, that the limit as s approaches minus 1 of 2s squared plus 4. Remember, you are going to plug in the number. Look at what you have here, minus 1. So by the time we plug in this number here, you have 2 multiplied by minus 1 all squared plus 4. And this will give us 2 multiplied by 1, because minus 1 raised to power 2 is 1, plus 4. And the answer here is going to give us 6. Since we have an answer here, that it means we are not going to do any other thing than to stop there. All right. So we have here example 2. We want to find the limit as s approaches 0 of s cubed plus 3s squared all over s squared. So in order to solve this, we are going to plug in this value here, 0, into this very limit. By the time you do that, you have s cubed, 0 cubed plus 3 into 0 squared all over 0 squared. And this will give us 0 plus 0 all over 0. And you arrive at 0 all over 0. And this answer is undefined. Since that is the case, you move over to the next step. Try something else. What do we do? Is it possible to solve this limit without arriving at this answer? Okay, let's go. The limit as s approaches 0 of, let me bring down everything here, s cubed plus 3s squared all over s squared can be factored out. This can be factored out, and the common factor here is s squared. So we write the limit as s approaches 0 of s squared, open the bracket, you write, s cubed divided by s squared is equal to x, plus 3s squared divided by s squared, you have 3 as the balance, all over s squared. Remember, by the time you expand or you open this bracket, you still arrive at the numerator here, everything here. Okay, so here you just cancel out and you have the limit as s approaches 0 of x plus 3. So at this point, by the time you plug in this 0 here, you are going to have an answer. So this is equal to 0 plus 3, and the final answer is what? 3. So this is our answer for this limit. Let's move over to example 3. So in example 3, we have the limit as s approaches minus 1 of s squared minus 1 all over s plus 1. Remember, test the limit by plugging this value here. Let's see what will happen. By the time you do that, you have minus 1 squared minus 1 all over minus 1 plus 1. And you have here is 1 minus 1 all over minus 1 plus 1. And the answer here is going to be 0 all over 0. And this does not exist. The answer here does not exist. You try something else. What do? Let me bring down the same thing here as s approaches minus 1 of s squared minus 1 all over s plus 1. So from here, you can just think of something else. And in the numerator here, you have a quadratic expression here. So in order to solve this problem, you can just look for the, you are expecting two solutions here. So let me do it somewhere here. You have s squared minus 1. I can just equate this to 0. By the time I do this, I will have s squared equal to 1, because adding 1 to both sides will give us the next line here. So from here, by the time I find the square root of both sides, s here will be equal to plus or minus the square root of 1, and the square root of 1 is 1. So the factors here are x plus 1 or x minus 1. So I'm going to write what you have here now. I'm going to write what we have here now here. So you have limit as s approaches minus 1 of the numerator here plus 1 into x minus 1, all divided by x plus 1, this very one here. Okay, so you find that out that this very one here are the same, so you can cancel out, and you are left with the limit as s approaches minus 1 of x minus 1. All right, and here you are going to plug in this value here. By the time you do that, you have minus 1 minus 1, and the answer is what? Minus 2. This is our answer. If you don't want to use this particular method of finding the factors, what you have here is the same as difference of 2 square. This is difference of 2 square, and in difference of 2 square, for example, you have s squared minus y squared. This is the same thing as writing x plus y and x minus y. Okay, this is the same. Here is another challenge. You want to find the limit as s approaches 4 of the square root of x plus 5 minus 3 divided by x minus 4. Okay, before we continue, I want to plug in these values here and find out something. When you do that, you have the square root of 4 plus 5 minus 3 divided by 4 minus 4. By the time you do this, you have square root of 9 minus 3 divided by, and 4 minus 4 is 0. And this will give us square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 3. The solution here does not exist. So we try another method. Looking at this problem here, this problem here is sodic in nature. So how do we solve this problem? Let me write down the limits as s tend to approaches 4 of the square root of x plus 5 minus 3 all over x minus 4. And this will give us the limit as s approaches 4. You open the big bracket, because you are going to rationalize the numerator here. So by the time you do this, you have the square root of x plus 5 minus 3 divided by x minus 4. Multiply both the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of this very one here, the numerator. So you have square root of x plus 5. Since this is minus, you are going to change it to plus. You do the same thing down here, x plus 5 plus 3. You close the bracket here. All right. So the next step, I'm going to multiply or simplify this what we have here. In order to do that, I'll write my limit here as s approaches 4. Still open the bracket. Multiply what you have here by this, and this by this, this. Okay. By the time you do that, you're going to have x plus 5 plus 3 into x plus 5 minus 3 into x plus 5, and 3 times 3 is, that is minus 3 times 3 is minus 9, all divided by what you have here multiplied by everything here, that is x plus s minus 4 into the square root of x plus 5 plus 3. Okay, you close all the brackets. You write your limits as s approaches 4. We are not done simplifying, so here we'll cancel out because 3 root s plus 5 minus 3 root s plus 5 is 0. So, and plus 5 minus 9 is 4. So we have here x minus 4 divided by, you still maintain this, into plus 3. You close the bracket, and this will give us the limit as s approaches 4. This will cancel out. You have 1 here, so you have 1 divided by root x plus 5 plus 3. So by the time you plug in this value here, you're going to arrive at 1 all over, plug in 4 plus 5 plus 3. And the answer is going to be 1 all over. Here will give us 9, square root of 9 plus 3. You have square root of 9 is 3 plus 3 equals 1 all over 6, and that is our answer. Follow for more.